Hey YouTube, today I want to show you one of the computers that I have mentioned a few times on a couple of my reaction videos primarily. I'm going to show you a computer that my father gave to me 2 years ago at this point, almost 3 years. Let's be honest, because he gave me it in 2022. But I want to show you a computer that he gave to me since he wasn't using it anymore. And because I like old technology and stuff, this is the computer he gave me. It's an E-Machines computer. I forget what the model name is, but you know what? This might actually be the model name right here, but I'm not exactly sure. I would have to Google it, but it says T6212. It's an E-Machines, as I said, and it runs Windows XP. Hang on a second. Let me focus in on this sticker. It says it has Home Edition pre-installed, but I could have sworn that this had Windows XP Professional. I could have sworn that this was Professional, so I'm not sure why that sticker is saying... Oh my god, why is this not focusing in? Focus. Focus. Sorry, guys. Is it going to focus on anything else? All right, there we go. Got it to focus on what I want. And to point out, because Windows XP was actually featured in the video that I posted a while ago, that was the retro information video, kind of, or it was based around as if it was a VHS tape that you play in a VCR. I put that all together, and in the beginning part of it, it showed Windows XP. But then I just tricked it into saying this isn't your normal computer, because it isn't. It's on a VHS player, so of course it would be a VCR more than a computer, but a computer's on it. I treat it like it's both. It's a little confusing to fully explain here, but that is actually the give like a heads up to the 2005-2014 circa week video that I'm making in 2025, because I'm starting to get a little more extra things for it, not just games, but I've also been collecting other pieces of technology. Hopefully I'll get an old laptop. I'd like to. I have an old desktop here, but I can't really use it because it's not connected to the internet, and I'm too worried, or I'm too scared to connect it to the internet, especially with it being Windows XP. So, since it's 10 years ended support, so I'm too afraid to do that. But anyways, I'm going to just turn this on, and we're going to see what it's like. There's the lights. Now, hopefully it should pop up on my screen. Here it is. Yeah, I missed that old screen where it would show like a code name or something. We apologize for the inconvenience, but Windows did not start successfully. A recent hardware or something might have caused this. I'm going to be right back. Okay, I've got it working. It was just a minor issue that I had to fix. What is all this glare on the camera? Okay, I think I'm making it worse. I'm going to try and wipe it with my shirt, but this is a little bit weird. All right. There we go. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat that no sound is going to come out of this computer because the sound cards were taken out of it. So let me just log in here. I'm going to put the camera down. So I'm sorry that I have to put it down like that, but I'm going to type in my password, which I think I remember. I still remember what the password I chose for this. Originally, my father did not have a password on this computer, so I'm the first one to do it. And the reason why I did want to do this is because I liked the old setting here for the log on to Windows here, which is a setting that you can change in order for it to be like that, or for it to just be like the other welcome screen where it shows Windows XP there and then your users there that you choose. But this computer only has one, so of course. But it used to be the old one, or it used to be the original one, but then I changed it to this. I'm not sure which is like the more original of the two, but... And of course, no sound's gonna come out of it, as I said. And this mouse doesn't really seem to be working all that well. This is the mouse I'm using, by the way. Now, will this... All right. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work very well. There might be something wrong with the cord. Or maybe the area that I'm using it. So I'm going to try and move the keyboard. I wish I had a wireless mouse, but unfortunately I don't. But I'm not sure if Windows XP supports wireless mouse or wireless mice. But you know what? I'm going to test that. I'm going to get my wireless mouse. And I'm sorry I have to keep putting the camera down. Now, where is the plug for my wireless mouse? Oh, it's in my other computer. Alright, so I'm going to plug it in. Oh, there's not even a battery in it, so I'll be right back. Now I'm encountering this issue where the disk drive keeps opening up. Like, sometimes it actually did that in my first month of actually having possession of this computer. But it seems to have stopped now, which is good. And I'm going to try and just use the cursor here. This won't be the best thing, but I'm going to do it anyway. And it seems to be working. And by the way, I'm not using the wireless mouse because I don't have any AAA batteries for it. So this is going to kind of be uncomfortable to do unless maybe I can put a camera stand. But at that point, I'm not sure if you guys are going to, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I'm going to try and like set a camera position and then maybe that will work. So I will come right back. So I'm sorry I have to keep on pausing the video here or stopping the video and coming back. You know what, guys? I actually thought of a solution that might work. So I'm going to move my Xbox horizontally here. And then I'll probably have more room to use the mouse. And I'm going to unplug this HDMI cable here to the Xbox. And I'm going to move this so that I have room for the mouse. And we're probably going to go back to the regular position that I was doing earlier where the camera was just in my hand after I get everything set up here. Yeah, and if you didn't, well, most of you will know, especially, the disk drive keeps opening again. Oh my god, I'm running into so many problems, guys, so I'll be right back again. Okay, guys, so it did not work out at all because I figured out the issue. It's, whatever it is, this mouse does not move well on the, I'm not sure if my camera saw that, but my mouse does not work well on the surface of this desk, so I'm just going to have to use it on the floor, or on the side of this computer, really, which is going to be pretty uncomfortable. But I'm going to try and do the best I can here. So I'm going to move some stuff around back here, because this is a kind of a small space. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to try and do this, but, alright. Yeah, it seems to move better here. So we're going to go through the Windows XP experience here, even if we're not going to be able to get sound. So let's check out the themes here. So I'm going to pull up the themes, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I pulled up the themes, but we're also going to take a look at something here. So it's going to be hard to, like, I'm actually just sitting on my bed doing this, but it's going to be hard for me to, like, tell or see the camera, so I'm just going to, like, move it closer so that I can see better. And so that you guys can see better, too, because now you only see the computer screen pretty much now. So this is a little bit better. So as you can see here, I have the start menu properties here, because this was back when you could actually have the classic start menu, too, from Windows 95 and 98, I believe. So let's click apply. Keep in mind, if you click OK, then it just applies it but closes out. But if you click apply, it keeps it open and applies it, of course. So as you can see, this is the old one. So, so let's go back to the regular start menu, which I think is better. And that was the main introduction with this. But if you want to make this look like Windows 95, be my guest. If you want to make your computer look like Windows XP, feel free to do so. So now we're back, and we're going to go through the themes here, which are in the display properties. We have a few themes. It looks like we only have a few themes to work with here. So let's actually change desktop wallpaper here. Keep in mind, there is the option to actually just have the blue background from Windows, where it would just be none. So let's click apply. That's what it looks like. This is the wallpaper that my father had. And by the way, when he had this computer, he actually just had the classic theme from Windows 95, 98, and 2000. He just had the classic theme here where it was the gray taskbar. He did not have the Luna theme on here. Maybe that could be because some people did actually use the classic theme from the old Windows, probably because some people like to say that the Luna theme kind of looks a bit childish for the Windows user, or childish to the Windows user. So, but I like it. I don't really mind it. So we're going to go through all the wallpapers here. This one is called, let me see this here. Ascent. Ascent. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just going to say Ascent. It doesn't even fill it up. It's just a small picture of the mountain behind the blue wallpaper. Let's fix it so that it extends the whole screen. Yeah, that's what I thought. I would have thought it had to. And I think this wallpaper looks really cool. It's just a mountain. Why is it that in the beginning it just places it as the center? Why not just have it fill the screen? There's this one, which is a fall background. Okay, why did I click OK? I shouldn't have. So we're going to go back. We're going to click Properties here. And this was back when the Windows cursor actually had the hourglass as the loading, not the circle next to it. I actually, on my own computer right now, that with Windows 11, you still have the option to use the Windows XP like cursor, which I think also existed in the Windows 95 days. But I like to just call it the XP cursor because I first saw this cursor with Windows XP. So now we're going to go back to the desktop here and we're going to go through the other names. Azul, I've heard of this one. So let's stretch it. Apply. And it's just an island with palm trees here and a boat, which I think looks really cool. It's a really good one for the summer. And of course, the main Windows XP background that was actually taken before Windows XP, keep in mind, Bliss. Microsoft got the rights to have this photo for Windows XP in 2000, a year before it actually released. But the photo itself was taken way before not way before, but before XP released, which the photo was taken back in 1996. There's this one called Crystal. I know about a few of these wallpapers, by the way. I'm just going to go through the ones that I know of. Otherwise, it's going to make this video last forever. This is one I actually remember putting on the styling touches to when I had a Windows 10 computer, actually. When I had a Windows 10 computer, I actually got it to look like Windows XP with all the icons and the exact same taskbar. And, yeah. And I got the start menu. Funny enough, the taskbar was actually the same size as, like, that would fit the start button properly. Because I used something called Classic Shell that allows me to do that kind of stuff. Let's see the other ones here really quickly before we go on to other things. Oh, I like this one. Let's actually show you guys. We're probably going to go back to the Bliss one once we check out a lot of these wallpapers because, you know, it's the main background for Windows XP. I wonder what this one is. Let's see it. Oh, it's just it almost looks like a painting that would have been made in Minecraft because it looks so bad with the pixelation. I think this one is called Home. I think it says that. So let's check it out here. Oh, I didn't even press the full thing here. And hey, it has the 4 windows there, kind of like the Windows logo currently. But this is way before the Windows current logo, with it being squared. Made 12 years ago, except it looked more 3D when it began in Windows 8. Even Windows 7 and Windows 8 actually had something called a Windows XP mode. I'm not fully sure what it's about though, and I don't think it's in Windows 10 or 11. But now we're going to go back to the Bliss. there we go, because that's the default look of Windows XP pretty much. So now let's go to themes. My current theme, that was not my current theme, but it looks like it's just doesn't really do anything. It's just no change to the taskbar. Primarily what makes the themes interesting is what they do to the taskbar. There's other themes that you'd have to download, such as the Royale theme, that was supposed to primarily just be free with Windows XP Media Center Edition, I think. That would primarily be featured with the Xbox 360 when it came out. Because that's what I was trying to say earlier in this video, is that if you don't know, Windows XP Media Center was the Xbox 360's Media Center in the beginning, until 2007 when the blades got updated to have the Media Center with Windows Vista. And then after a year after the NXE update for the Xbox 360, it made use of Windows 7 Media Center, even when the 2011 Metro dashboard came out, even though that was supposed to be similar to the idea of Windows 8. But let's see, the Windows XP theme, of course, that's just going to be what we saw earlier. And I like the please wait square there here compared to other Windows operating systems. Windows Classic, of course, this is what my father had, and it clearly makes it look like it's Windows 2000. So I'm actually going to make this computer look like it's in 4x3, so I'll be back shortly, because actually this computer was in 4x3 even when my father used it on a 16:9 monitor. I guess he just didn't know how to fix it, because right now the setting is in 16:9, but I haven't seen too many Windows XP computers where they're in 16:9. Usually I see them in 4x3. But we're going to change it to 4x3, and then I'll be back. While I was trying to find the setting, I actually came across this pumpkin-looking theme. It says it's called Pumpkin, and yet it kind of has some Halloween vibes, but we're in pretty late. It's already past Halloween, but the text does look different than previously. But we're going to be back again. I just wanted to stop so I can show you this. All right, I got the setting changed to 4x3, but it's not exactly the 4x3 I was expecting, but semi is, because it kind of stretches out everything, but not as much as I expected it. But let's see how it looks with the Luna theme. Yeah, I won't be able to access the themes, so I'm just going the other themes. There's also a Zune theme, by the way, which was for Zune, Microsoft's turn on iTunes. It was to compete with the iPod from Apple, of course, with it being their music player. So Microsoft wanted to compete, but if Zune is like a portable device, I've not seen it, but I'm not exactly sure if it is. And I can't look it up right now because I don't have a lookup source, since I'm using my phone as my camera right now. But yeah, we're back at the Luna theme here. So yeah, this is what it looks like in 4x3. Kind of stretched out, not a little bit more stretched out than I would have thought, but let's see this one here before we go back to 1920 by 1080. Let's apply it. Okay, not that much different, but we're going to revert back to 1920 by 1080 pixels. It doesn't even show like the it doesn't even show like the number of seconds here for some reason, like it did on the others. But that's that, and it moves the recycle bin more further because the screen ratio is changed. But we're gonna move it to the side as it usually is. So yeah, I think that's the themes there. We're gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you the screensavers. I'm going to check out the ones that are Windows related. This one looks like it is, so we're going to preview that. So now you can kind of get the idea of how those shiny lines are on the Windows XP logo. Oh, there it is. There it forms. I wasn't expecting it to do that, but because I've never seen the screensaver before, I've only seen the basic one, which I'll show you the basic one now, which you saw a second ago. It's just called Windows XP, so Yeah, it even says here it's Windows XP Professional. So I'm going to try and pull up the system properties as well. So I'll get back. All right, I pulled it up and it even said Professional. So I don't know why this sticker said it had Home Edition. Maybe it was changed to Professional at some point, but I don't believe it. I'm not convinced to believe it because I knew all along that Professional was on this. Many users of XP would have used Professional. I think Professional is like the primary edition of Windows XP and even Windows 7, because since I've seen it the most. And I've never really seen Windows 7 Home Premium on a computer in person. So, nor have I seen Windows XP Home Edition in person. I've only seen Windows XP Professional. I've only experienced Windows XP Professional here. But of course, this is the basic screensaver that I was showing you earlier. All right, there we go. Yeah, it's just gonna... I've actually found a way. There actually is still the screensaver option, but what I've done for it is just took pictures or screenshots of the Windows XP logo on a black background with the professional text. I just took many pictures of it in different spots on a black background. I took screenshots of it, and that's how I basically did it, so that it looks like it's Windows XP. So it looks like it identifies itself as Windows XP. So now we're going to check out the other screensavers. Yeah, I'm not going to show you my pictures for obvious reasons. Oh, blank obviously does nothing. Let me see this one, actually. It looks pretty cool. I wonder what this one does. There is some graphical issues with it, obviously, but that's to be expected since this is 32-bit, and 32-bit was the most used of Windows XP. All right, looks like it does just that. So it's pretty interesting, actually. Oh, what's this one? Kind of similar to the idea of Star Wars, maybe, or you're in outer space. So we're going to just go back to the regular one and apply it. So yeah, that's the display. Let's see what else we can check, actually. I just tried to pull up Google Chrome, but it gave it a ton of issues, and it made the computer make a lot of noise in the inside, so I'm not going to pull it up, nor am I going to pull up Internet Explorer because it might do the same thing. Let's actually check out Windows Movie Maker. Yeah, so this is the old style Windows Movie Maker, the old school Windows Movie Maker, that I've actually seen some YouTube videos have that style from the time when YouTube actually started. So, yeah. I wonder how you even put the blue background on there. Alright, I'm not going to do anything. So, Windows Media Player, there isn't really much to see there. Nor is Outlook Express or Windows Update. I like this old background, or this old picture for Windows Update where it has the Windows logo against the earth. Where with Windows 7, it was just the Windows 7 logo on a blue ice-looking thing. Windows XP has one that looks more interesting. This is kind of what Frutiger Arrow is, except that would be more of a thing, or more of like a style around Windows 7's era. Things started being reflective with Windows once Windows XP hit, because it clearly has this reflective kind of on the Luna style, but it's more reflective on the Royale theme with Windows XP Media Center Edition. And then Windows Vista and 7 clearly had something similar because they introduced a theme called Arrow. And the disk drive is making the issue again, even though you're not seeing it. But I actually realized this is kind of a coincidence, but Frutiger is actually a font that actually is similar to the font that Microsoft uses today called Segway UI, I think. It's not used on Windows XP because this is an older one. This is an older Windows. It really started with Windows Vista, if any Windows OS. But let's actually check out the games. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I named it King Nathaniel a long time ago. So let's check all programs and let's check games. Where's games? All right, here. Yeah, I miss the days when Windows actually had games pre-installed on it. We just don't really see that much now. So let's open up pinball. You can actually still play this. You don't have to have Windows XP to play this game. So let me just untangle everything here so that I can play this. And I think you only need the keyboard. So I'm going to move the mouse away so that I can play this. Just it won't be as interesting because you're not going to be hearing any sound. I still remember the controls, by the way. You know what? Okay, that was kind of a waste of a pinball, but I'm going to zoom in so that you can see it better. And I'm going to see if I can, like, extend this. I can't even make it big screen. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it any bigger. So let's just continue. Oh, sorry about that. I thought I paused the video for a second, but no, I didn't. So now we're going to actually play some pinball. It'd be more interesting if we had sound, but the sound cards were obviously taken out of this computer. I don't know why, though. Yes, I flipped the lights, so now the colors of the middle of the bumper. The middle of the bumpers are changed now. Yes. Bumpers are changed. Oh no, I knocked the lights out. The lights are gone now. Keep in mind, this pinball game, 3D Pinball Space Cadet, has, I think, existed since Windows 95. So Windows XP was not the first Windows to include this, but this is the last Windows, I think, to actually have this game already installed on it. Because Windows Vista did not have this game. It did, wait a second, oh. It did have Solitaire, but like Windows 7, I think it introduced Spider Solitaire, which I'm not sure if Windows XP has that. I would have to check the games list again. Hopefully I remember to do that after we finish playing here. Oh, that was close. Things have been getting real silent here. But we upgraded the colors again. And actually, Windows XP was the last Windows to have things added to the programs, such as, or to the names of the programs, where on Windows today, the computer app is called This PC, but back in Windows Vista 7 and 8, it was called Computer, but on older Windows up until Windows XP, it was called My Computer, but it got changed to Computer in Windows Vista and 7 and 8. And then 8.1 was where it started being This PC. I wonder why Windows 8 did not get that treatment. Windows 8.1 did. Well, Windows 8, I think, has some minor similarities to Windows 7. Oh, there's the issue. Oh, yes, I did it. I did it in time. I really don't want to leave the disk drive just hanging, so once I hit it again, alright, push it back there. Why does it even keep doing that, by the way? Again, I expected that to happen when I asked that. Oh my god, this stupid disk drive. I don't even want to rip it out because this is such an old computer. I don't even want to just like rip it out simply because this is just an old computer and it's pretty delicate. It's pretty old. And I don't want it breaking because of the fact that it's kind of old. Oh, are you kidding me? I lost again because I got distracted by this stupid disk drive. When will it stop? Ah! Are you kidding me? At least you're not seeing, like, how this is kind of getting frustrated here. At least you're not... Oh my god! Alright, I think I'm going to stop with pinball. Because I can't even play it properly without being distracted. So that's pinball. We weren't even going to get through all rounds anyway, so... Let's check the games one more time because I want to see if Spider Solitaire is even in here. Yes, it is. So I don't think this is the first Windows to introduce Spider Solitaire. I don't know when it actually got introduced. But yeah, that's that. I think that's all I have to show you with Windows XP today. So I'm going to zoom back out. So you might not have actually seen the games list because it was zoomed in. So I'm terribly sorry for that. I'll show you one more time in case you didn't see it. So, yeah, Spider Solitaire is on here. So, I'm gonna shut down. So, when you do that, no matter if it's the other screen or if it's this one, it makes the background and everything else go all black and white and gray. So, you have a number of options here. Log off user, shutdown, restart, and standby. Where on shutdown Windows, I think the tab was still called on the other one. Oh no, it was called turn off computer, by the way. It was actually called turn off computer, where it only had 3 options: log off, standby, shutdown, and then restart. And then I think there was another one where I actually saw where it actually had the log off on it, but log off has its own tab, so that's kind of unnecessary. So let's turn this off. The sound will be edited. Alright, so that's all I have to show you for this. Thank you for watching this pretty long video, I must say. On another run through on Windows XP. The first one for this channel, pretty much. And, yeah, that's all I have to say. So, you know the rest of the drill. Subscribe, turn on notifications, leave likes and comments, and stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye. 2001.